speaking of London Irish, the whole career there. How was it? How comes?
Yeah, it's interesting to look back now. So obviously I grew up in Kent. That's where I played most of my rugby at Dartford Grammar School. And it just so happened that my school coach was friends with an Irish coach playing at Blackheath. So he asked him to come and watch me, said it was going really well, might be worth a look. Obviously Irish wouldn't have been the most local club. I mean, Kent you'd probably say would be maybe Saracens territory. But he came, saw my game, liked what he saw, and I was invited to come and start training with London Irish in the under-19s and the under-21s. And then they offered me a contract as I finished school. So that was July 2003. Spent the first year kind of commuting, 2 trains in, 2 trains out. Decided I couldn't do that anymore. Very, very early mornings, late nights. So moved across to Sunbury in 2004, and London Irish has been home ever since. I guess at the time where it came to me deciding to resign, looking at contract extensions and that, it was always the best decision to stay. Primarily for me, and then as I got older, as family came on board, wife and kids, for them as well. I think sometimes maybe the grass is greener when you move, and there's things like you maybe can earn a bit more money in that, but sometimes it's about more than that. And you talk about, again, towards the back end of my career, it's also about you start having one eye on the future and where you can actually build something going forwards that's going to last you for long, long after you finish retiring. So the decision to stay was always the right one for me at the times that I extended. And it's worked out that even after finishing playing, still heavily associated with the club as an ambassador. So we're not far off 20 years now, which is incredible when I just think about it now. Probably due another testimonial. I don't know if retired players can get a second testimonial. But I guess it's worked both ways. Given a lot to the club have given a lot to me, and we continue to do that even off the pitch now as well. So, I guess maybe one of the rare cases where that loyalty is reciprocated both ways.
Is that something you've always kind of had, like as sort of like embedded from early on, that kind of loyalty?
Yeah, I'd say so. I think whether from a young age, ingrained in me by my parents, I'd like to say, yeah, loyalty has been quite a key commodity, I guess, in my life. And the loyalty piece is a very interesting one, because sports teams are businesses. They are about the X's and O's, they are about the numbers, they are about investing in assets so that they can deliver for the club, so the club can make money. But then the players also have to see themselves as, right, I've got this short window to do something I love, but only for a short period. So it's an interesting balance, and it will be different for every single case, and you can't really judge people on those decisions because you completely understand it. If a club X is going to offer 50, 100 grand more, why wouldn't you take that? And that's the nature of the business of sport.
What was mentality like at the club when they go? What's the vibe like in the?
Yeah, it was difficult, especially I guess as someone who was staying. You ask the question, why do all these guys feel they need to leave? I wouldn't be able to tell you for fact, but maybe the fact that the club weren't spending as much money in those periods, and we weren't doing as well. We kind of peaked around 2009, 2010, Heineken semi-finals, Premiership finals. Things started to decline. So as an up-and-coming player, you're thinking, right, if I want to continue this, I probably need to go to a club that's at the top end of the table. And they might have been getting that message from elsewhere as well, from coaches, from agents, saying, not only will you get paid more, but you'll also enhance your chances to stay in the England team or in the international teams.